Hey everyone, here's a culvert on the side of the road, and I think this is pretty cool. The culvert's deep down inside there, and this giant wall has been built up. I believe it's been built up by water grass, hungry for this water that's coming out of here, and it keeps becoming more and more dense. I see a lot of iron oxidizing bacteria, that's why it's an orange tint leading down here to the river. But I'm gonna try to move some of this stuff out of the way. It's very soft. Watch what happens when I just simply walk here, pushing it around. Quite a bit of it comes right out. Look at that. And that's a pretty good pipe. 2-foot diameter under there, and barely any of it's able to come out. Also, something else that might be responsible is from the other side of the street, it doesn't look like it rages often, and raging water does help clean. All right, guys, after gearing up, we're coming back down from the road, and we're gonna remove this wall of plant debris covered in iron oxidizing bacteria. This culvert is completely underwater. Do you know what happens to a culvert like this in the wintertime? If there's a quick thaw, not giving this time to defrost, it will cause a backup across the street. If there's just a little bit of air space, it'll send water through, quickly melting the rest out of the way. But in a situation, if it's completely under, it'll flood over the road. That's just what happens. And you can tell this one was flowing a bit more yesterday during the heavy rain. Look at that. Push it all up over this. Down there to the river. Got a lot of good river ice too. Look at that, signs of spring. We already have a little couple pieces of grass popping up through. Oh, this does have a DOT marker. Maybe this is why they haven't been checking it. Their DOT stake is over here. See it in there? Whoa, look at this thing. All right, let's get to work with the axe and shovel. This will be fun. Wow, check it out, guys. This is the most orangey culvert I have ever seen. There is so much iron oxidizing bacteria in here. Wow. Look at that, we got it open almost all the way now. Look at that. This thing doesn't run often, and there's so much bacteria on the walls of the culvert. The sudden current of water is now pulling it, scraping it off the walls. When I first opened this up, there was like a big runny slurry of diarrhea coming down here towards the river. Look at that. Wow, this is one of the coolest ones we've unclogged. There's so much of this orange muck. Bright orange, wow. Look at that slop. You can see it coming down there into the river. That's iron oxidizing bacteria, everyone. It won't hurt anybody. Just looks really gross. Chances are you're drinking that in your water. Really hard to filter it out, especially if you have a well. Well, you see, it clears up fast, as long as you're not disturbing it. Pretty gross. This is actually one of the more fun culverts. Whoa, sunk pretty deep into that. Thankfully the mud is pretty thick so it didn't fill my boot. I bet that'll leave a stain on my clothes though. Unfortunately, just bought these pants the other day at a thrift store. Thought they're really cool. See, they're heavy duty and I thought I won't rip them easily. So I always rip my pants when I'm doing this stuff. Yeah, look at this stuff. That's all soft. We gotta dig this wall down a little bit more. What a mess. But it cleared up really fast. So the water's already starting to run cleaner within 5 or 10 minutes. No more sediment will be getting into the river until the next time it floods. Check out these massive ice sheets right down below that culvert. Culvert's right there. That'll clear up in about 5 minutes. You can see there's a little bit of discoloration on the edge. Nothing more than iron oxidizing bacteria and mud, which is completely natural. If it were a danger, none of those plants right there would be flourishing. That whole dam was caused by that water grass wanting to build in that little bit of running water. It really liked it. It helped it flourish. It did what it had to survive. It created a dam, a supply of water for droughts, which unfortunately was blocking the culvert and had to be taken out. All right, about a minute later, the discoloration's almost completely gone, except for on the edges. There's a few little pools that don't have enough current to clear it out. All right, we're gonna pick up all this garbage on the side of the road here. There's such a severe amount, but we gotta watch out. There's a lot of poops, and I imagine they're human. This is so gross. Look at that. There's a whole thing of some kind of salad dressing. Really nasty. And look over here. What the heck? Did some trucker throw this out? It's a whole bag of poop. And we got beavers. And we even have a needle and a rotten pear core on this rock. What is that? Blood inside? All right, I just cleaned the area around the culvert quite a bunch. Paper products, I just left there, paper wrappers. This place is so gross. Right here, that nasty brown stuff in there looks like someone's been spitting their chewing tobacco in there. Further down here, there's more various poops all over the place. This is an area a lot of people like to stop and poop because there's like a giant breakdown area. Look at that. A lot of water coming out of right here. Probably just groundwater. But look how much we got this thing open. It's been about a half an hour since the initial video we made. It poured a bunch. Then we came back out of the vehicle to pick up the trash. Look at that. There was a lot being built up in there by that dam. And now it's all open. And you see it's cleared up. That discoloration cleared up within 5 minutes or so. This river actually turns like a coffee color after a big storm because all the culverts are adding to it, stirring everything up. What I just found here along the hill, I found 4 Bud Light cans, some of them completely swelled from impact of being thrown, and a couple of them in perfect condition. They don't even expire until this June. Maybe someone got pulled over here and threw them out the window so the cop wouldn't see them. That's what I'm thinking. Who else would throw random beer off the side of the road that's not expired? Areas like this that have a lot of garbage, I try to pick up and I will report them to the Department of Transportation, which in the northern states is responsible for this kind of cleanup. They do clean up along state roads, which this is. The immediate edge of the road is perfectly clean. The only part I'm seeing trash is down here in the thickets, which would typically be covered up by greenery. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that they did not see most of this trash since it's very clean by the actual road. This stuff had to have blown down here or have been thrown down here to get to this extent. But because after searching around for a while, we found 5 or 6 hypodermic needles, I put those up on in a certain area right there. I'm going to take those with me, and I will also tell the local police department that's closest to this. I don't know if there's an actual police department in this town. It's so small, but if not, I'll report it to the state police. Hope this video was interesting, everybody. Thanks for watching and have a great day.